Hi, it's Rachel with Stirring the Deep. In the previous video, I was talking about how the image that Satan has set up, calling God for people to worship, entails that eternal torment. That is an image that he created, okay? And I listed the things how that is contrary to the Word of God. And I mentioned toward the end that it is the mark that you bear. Now, there are the mark of the beast. Let's talk about this for a minute. In Ezekiel, in 9:4, it says, "And the Lord said to him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and put a mark on the foreheads of men who sigh and cry over all the abominations that are done within it." So here we see a mark on the foreheads. It's not an actual mark, but it's a sealing of truth and belief. And who is that? And it's a good thing. And who is it for? Those who cry over the abominations done in Jerusalem. And one of the major abominations is what I said about people sending their sons and daughters into the fire, into this eternal torment concept. It is not of God. So as you can have a good mark, be sealed with the truth, with the Word of God, you can also bear the mark of the beast, which is of Satan, okay? And that beast, that marking is believing certain things and holding certain things as true. And one of those is this eternal torment concept. And what's interesting about this is that those who have this mark, you have it on your foreheads and with your hand, because it's in your mind, in your beliefs, it's abomination in your belief system, and you serve your hands with it. And you see people doing this, where they believe in eternal torment so much, and they are out there going to the ends of the earth telling people, do this or you'll be eternally tormented. Bow down to this image or you'll be eternally tormented. That is the mark of the beast that they are serving with their minds and with their hands, because they believe that. They've been marked with it. Okay? And when you have that, if you do not believe that concept, those people will not buy and sell with you. And that buying and selling, when you look at the virgins, remember in Matthew 25, it talked about how when the foolish virgins came to the wise virgins and they were saying, hey, give us some of your oil. And they said, we can't. So you have to go buy and sell for yourselves. It says that in verse 9, but the wise answered saying, no, lest there should not be enough for us and you, but go rather to those who sell and buy for yourselves. The oil is the oil of truth. It is that gold refined in fire, your faith. Even Jesus in Revelation said that we are to buy the gold refined in fire from him. It says, I counsel you to buy from me gold refined in the fire, that you may be rich, and white garments, that you may be clothed, that the shame of your nakedness may not be revealed, and anoint your eyes with eye salve, that you may see. The buying and selling is, if you don't hold those doctrines of the beast, you don't buy and sell with the beast. I don't believe in the eternal torment. So those people that serve that image, there is no exchange that we can have, because the truth is not in them, because their father is a father of lies. So if you have the mark of the beast, you can only buy and sell with those that have that mark, and people do that themselves. For example, when I talked about hell in a series a while back in some videos, and after that people left. They said, sorry, I can no longer be subscribed to you because you don't believe in eternal torment. Because I didn't bear the mark of their beast, they couldn't buy and sell with me. And that's what that mark of the beast means. It's like, if you do not have those doctrines, and you cannot have that exchange. But you want to have the marking of God. And you want to buy and sell with Christ. But if you're busy buying and selling with the beast, you're not doing that with Christ, because you cannot serve two masters, and they are opposites. One is of love, the other is of fear. One is of redemption and power and salvation and victory, and this other one is just devastation and death and sin, and all of that ends up being the victory because of that eternal torment and that hell and that going on forever. These you do not want to bear the mark of the beast. There's another verse that came to mind that I want to share with you. And let me see if I can, okay. This is in Revelation 14:10. He himself shall also drink of the wine of the wrath of God. Okay, let me go back to verse 9. Then a third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if anyone worships the beast and his image, the image that was set up, remember, by the king of Babylon, and receives his mark on his forehead or on his hand, he himself shall also drink of the wine of the wrath of God. Judgment is coming upon that belief system, on those who hold that belief and worship that belief, because it creates huge abominations and fear and desolation in the spirits of people, which is poured out full strength into the cup of his indignation. He shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Told you about the Lamb, the Spirit of Christ, filling his temple, being that light here. These words going out, the truth that is going to judge, these words are starting to judge this earth, and it is starting here with this abomination. And the smoke of their torment ascends forever and ever, and they have no rest day or night who worship the beast and his image, and whoever receives the mark of his name. The smoke, the remembrance of this goes up forever and ever. And it's true, if you're worshiping the beast, and you're worshiping that God of eternal torment, you are not going to find any peace. You're not going to find any healing, because the very one that you're serving is against you and wants to destroy you. And that is going to be manifesting in the days that lay ahead. So now is the time, if you believe this concept of eternal torment, because it has been so ingrained in the minds of people, because it is throughout organized religion. Many people talk about it. It is a massive deception. And I'll go in another video about the verses that are twisted. Okay? If you do, you need to go to the creator of this earth and say, I am setting aside all that I have learned from man. Because if man is your confidence, if he is your strength, cursed are you. It says that in Jeremiah. Do not make flesh your confidence. That God the Father is of your confidence. So you need to be taught by him. So say, you know what? I am coming to you, God, who I know is love. Because my heart longs for that love and that unity of love. Teach me who you are. I want to know the truth of you. Show me, and put aside and let go, and let him show you who he really is. And pray about what his will is for the children who are blind and lost and bound and in prison and trapped in darkness and slaves to unrighteousness. Pray and ask him what is his plan for those people. Till next time, keep stirring the deep. It's the one thing that changes everything else.